Hello. Good evening. What you seek is seeking you. Once said by Rumi. Welcome to BMC News Live English. Myself, Shina Sultana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. Booster shots approved for those 18 plus who were vaccinated with second dose of AstraZeneca at least 6 months ago. Public school children start new academic year in Bahrain. UAE announced expats to get up to 180-day grace period after losing job. Saudi Arabia announced travelers who took Sinopharm vaccine can enter with booster dose. India sets new record, administers over 1 crore jabs thrice in 11 days. In world first, Cuba starts COVID-19 vaccine for toddlers. Today's news in detail. The National Medical Task Force for Combating the Coronavirus has approved the AstraZeneca Covishield booster shot for those 18 and over who had their second dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine at least 6 months ago. The task force clarified that those aged 60 plus and who are immunocompromised and had their second dose of AstraZeneca at least 6 months ago also have the option to receive either Pfizer-BioNTech as a booster shot or the same type of vaccination as their first and second dose. The task force stated that the vaccination protocols have been developed in line with the Kingdom of Bahrain's stringent efforts to combat the COVID-19 and maintain the health and safety of all. Eligible individuals can register for a booster shot by visiting the Ministry of Health's website on healthalert.gov.bh or via the Be Aware application. Travel agents in Bahrain have started processing visit visas for people from India and Pakistan after they removed from the red list effective September 3rd. It has emerged. Travel industry representatives welcomed the decision as a timely boost for the sector, while residents waiting to reunite with their families heaved a sigh of relief. Around 146,000 government school children started 2021 to 2022 academic year today. Out of them, 80,000 registered to attend in-person classes, while 66,000 went online. Bahrain yesterday recorded 105 new COVID-19 cases alongside 104 recoveries and no fatalities. Of the new cases, 59 were contacts of active cases, 34 of local cases and 12 travel related, the Health Ministry said last night. Now we'll go for a short commercial break.
All your favorite products under one roof in Bahrain at 27-year-old Megamart and Macromart. Bakery, fresh meat and fish, fruits and vegetables, sweets and snacks, ready-to-eat foods, dairy products, grocery or consumer goods. To have a wonderful shopping experience, please visit your nearest Megamart Macromart branch. Megamart and Macromart, full of goodness.
Welcome back. Personal representative of His Majesty Hamad and Supreme Council for Environment President Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad Al Khalifa has lauded the success of Bahrain 1 racing team drivers Jeffrey Barker and Stevie Jackson, who clinching the first and second positions in the drag race held at the Lucas Oil Raceway at Indianapolis within the 2021 NHRA Pro Mod Series, the world's most prestigious drag racing championship. Jeffrey Barker completed the final race in the first place, beating teammate Stevie Jackson with a time difference of 5.742 seconds. Driver Khalid Al-Balushi and Justin Bond did not qualify for the final round. Sheikh Abdullah said that the victory is part of Bahrain 1 racing team's efforts to raise the kingdom's banners at international sports gatherings, adding that the landmark win will stimulate the team to continue its successful performance towards maintaining the world title for the third straight year. Sheikh Abdullah praised the team's perfect performance at the beginning of the season, resulting in their success in claiming the first and second places during the previous stage, wishing the team success in the upcoming stages of the World Championship and commending the tremendous efforts of all the team members. Bahrain 1 racing team members thanked Sheikh Abdullah for his encouragement, follow-up and support, which strengthened their determination to claim victories and continue their path towards achieving the world title for the third year in a row. Two stations have been set up in Sitra and Awali to monitor the quality of air in Bahrain. Special Envoy for Climate Affairs and Supreme Council for the Environment, Chief Executive Dr. Mohammed bin Daina announced the move as today marks the second International Day of Clean Air for Blue Skies. Expats who have lost their job in the UAE will soon be able to stay up to 6 months in the country as part of the leadership's new reforms announced on Sunday. The UAE law currently allows employees who have been made redundant to leave the country within 30 days, but the authorities are relaxing the grace period and would allow people to stay from 3 to 6 months after losing the job. The Department of Culture and Tourism, Abu Dhabi, has issued the updated green list for travel to Abu Dhabi that will be effective from September 6, 2021. The full list of green list countries, regions and territories that visitors can travel from if planning a trip to Abu Dhabi and will be exempt from mandatory quarantine. The first completely automated cashierless store opened in the Middle East on Monday, as French retail giant Carrefour rolled out its vision for the future of the industry in Dubai's Caravaner's Mall of the Emirates. Like the unmanned Amazon Go stores that opened in Seattle in 2018, the Carrefour mini market looks like any ordinary convenience store, brimming with sodas and snacks. However, only shoppers with the store's smartphone app may enter, and there is no checkout lines or registers. A sophisticated system of shelf sensors and nearly 100 small surveillance cameras tracks customers' movements as they fill their carts. 5 minutes after shoppers leave, their phones ping with receipts for whatever they put in their bag. This is how the future will look, Hani Weiss, CEO of retail at Majid Al Futtaim, the franchisee that operates Carrefour in the Middle East, told the Associated Press. Travelers to Saudi Arabia who have completed 2 doses of the Sinopharm or Sinovac vaccines will be accepted if they have received an additional dose of one of the 4 vaccines approved in the kingdom. On August 1st, the kingdom reopened its borders to international tourists who are fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Such travelers will not need to quarantine, authorities have said. Travelers will need to provide evidence of a full course of one of the 4 vaccines currently recognized, 2 doses of the Oxford or AstraZeneca, Pfizer-BioNTech or Moderna vaccines, or a single dose of the vaccine produced by Johnson & Johnson, it has been announced. The Ministry of Hajj and Umrah has plans to launch new mechanisms to buy Umrah package and issue entry visas for those coming from outside the kingdom. The mechanism would enable any aspiring foreign pilgrim to get single Umrah visa issued online. Under the first mechanism, the Umrah visa can be issued through an operator or employer for 25 or more pilgrims, and this will be after concluding a contract between the Umrah service providers in the kingdom and their licensed travel agents in the respective countries. The second mechanism is based on the dealing between the operator and the client, under which a single pilgrim or a small group of pilgrims with a maximum number of 9 can have direct entry into the kingdom for performance of Umrah through opting for the required Umrah program via the approved online portals. India aims to ramp up its medical oxygen production capacity to 15,000 tons per day before a potential third wave of coronavirus infections that is expected to hit the country as soon as mid-September, an industry executive said. The target implies a 50% jump from the maximum output of almost 10,000 tons reached earlier this year during the peak of the second COVID-19 wave, when hospitals ran short of the gas and relatives of patients had to search out oxygen cylinders. While demand for medical oxygen in India has considerably reduced since the peak, reaching near pre-COVID-19 levels, gas companies along with the government are gearing up for the scenario where the third wave could be worse than the previous one. India on Monday crossed the milestone of vaccinating more than 1 crore individuals, a feat the nation achieved thrice in the last 11 days. India administered 10,576,296 vaccines on Monday. India is creating a record by administering 1.25 crore vaccines every day. The number of vaccines administered in a single day by India is more than the entire population of several countries, Prime Minister Modi said. He also lauded efforts undertaken by health workers and the nation's COVID-19 warriors. Cuba on Monday became the first country in the world to vaccinate children from the age of 2 against COVID-19 using homegrown jabs not recognized by the WHO. The communist island of 11.2 million people aims to inoculate all its children before reopening schools that have been closed for the most part since 2020 March. Having completed clinical trials on minors with its Abdala and Soberana vaccines, Cuba kicked off its inoculation campaign for children on Friday, starting with those 12 and older. Countries such as China, the United Emirates, etc. have announced they plan to vaccinate younger children, but Cuba is the first to do so. Chile on Monday approved the Chinese Sinovac vaccines for children between 6 and 12. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off by Shina Sultana. Good night.